Hey guys, can you see me? So I'm stepping a little bit outside of what I normally buy as far as figures go, but I saw this Mezco Living Dead Dolls pinhead, and I promise this figure looks incredible. I wanted to buy it. I didn't know how I was going to shoot it, you know, because I buy stuff to photograph. I didn't know what I was going to do, you know, once I got this doll in order to photograph it, because everything I have and I build is for, you know, 6.5 inch, 7 inch, 8 inch figures. And this doll obviously is larger than that. But with the way that it looks, I had to buy it, and I'm probably going to buy some more. This is an unboxing. This doll's been out for a while. My unboxing is by far not new. It's way late in the game, but it's my unboxing. And this doll looks incredible. Who doesn't like Pinhead anyway? And as a cute little wide-eyed doll, you know, how fun is that going to be? So let me go ahead and it's hot in here, and you're probably going to hear the rooster in the back, but we're going to go ahead and unbox this, and I'm really excited to just get it out, touch it, explore this little doll, and come up with all kinds of ways that I can photograph this figure, because it's really an exciting looking toy. First off, I love this box. I mean, Living Dead dolls, you know, I always hear the Living Dead girl, you know, who doesn't like Rob Zombie? I love that music. But I like this box. It's creepy. It's got some raggedy looking skulls on it. Pinhead, you know, it's got some awesome artwork on the back with a little storyline from the Velvety Darkness and the World Comes. Yeah, it's just a little storyline on the back, a little description. It's a Mezco toy. And the only other Mezcos that I have a Mezco Jason, and I do like Mezco figures, but they just don't have that much horror, and so and I really like the horror figures, and so I buy, you know, a lot of those, and they tend to be NECA, but I do like Mezco. The Mezco Jason's really nice. You know, he offers some advantages over the NECA, and the NECA offers some advantages over the Mezco. Blah, blah, blah. You know, one person, one manufacturer just can't make everything right in one figure. But anyway, so I do, Mezco really is new to me. Like I say, I only own the Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th Part 3 Jason Mezco. So this is going to be my second Mezco purchase. Okay, that being said, let me open this box, because this has been at my house for the last couple days, and I've had so much to do that I just could not dedicate the time to buying a pair of scissors that works. Could not dedicate the time to set up and unbox this, because I just got done doing a photo shoot of what was the one that I just did? I did a photo shoot of We Happy Few action figure, and so I did that, and I did the video on that, and you know, and so I didn't have time to really get to this, but I wanted to, because this thing looks incredible. Let me just smell it first. Wow. Slide it out. One thing I really like, I will tell you first off about even the last Mezco that I bought, which was just the Jason. I like the packaging. I like the way that this is secure even out of the box. I really like the way that these inset plastic, you know, trays are. Everything is really secure. I like the way they do their packaging. When you spend the money to buy a Mezco figure, I do feel that time has went into the way they package and keep everything secure in the package. It's nice and tight and snug, and I like that. It's not all flopping around and loose. So I do like that, and I noticed that with this one too. And when I bought the 112, you know, Jason Voorhees from Esco, it was the same thing. Just really nice packaging, and I can appreciate that. Even though for me it's just going to sit on the shelf. This one, actually, I'll put the doll back in here when I'm done photographing it, just because this one, I think, is going to be a little bit different for me than the average figure that I collect. And so we'll take this first top piece off, and there's nothing in there. It just kind of holds everything in. Let me... No particular odor. Oh, look at... Okay. This is cool. Let me make sure there's no little ties in the back. There's one little tie in the back here. Let me... A little zip tie back here. Let me cut that. And now, you know, I'll tell you, I buy figures, with the exception of probably Friday the 13th, you know, Freddy Krueger and some Jason Voorhees. I'll buy figures not necessarily knowing the storyline or even really caring about the story or the movie. Okay, I might know Michael Myers too, but you know, like I want to say off the top, Hellraiser, I saw the movies Hellraisers, you know, and I wasn't as big a fan, say, of Hellraiser as I was of like a Jason. But that doesn't mean that I won't ever buy the figure, because I'm a photographer firstly, and I buy the figures that really look cool to me, that really have a certain look to them, and the Hellraiser figure always did. And even so, this doll, the way they have it shaped, and the eyes, the big eyes and the baby face, it's incredible. It's going to be super fun to photograph because there's a lot of detail. So I don't need to know. This is like when I bought that We Happy Few. I don't know the story. I didn't even know that was a video game until my son told me. But I liked the figure, and so I bought it because I thought it would make good photographs. And that's how I approach my toys too. I don't always need to know the movie or care about the movie to purchase the doll. And sometimes it might even be better that way. Cool. Look at this. Okay, so let's see what we got here. This little guy is standing up. Let me grab a tape measure. I don't know how tall this guy is. From pin to toe, we're 11 inches. It looks like 11 inches. From the top pin, yeah, like 11 inches. Okay. So, first impression holding this doll. It's not as heavy as you might think it would be with all the nails in it. It's pretty solid. I like the way this feels. It's not leather, but it's satin, sheeny, kind of sensual, if that makes sense. And it's stretchy. It's stretchy. I like that's really cool. And it has a nice sheen to it, and it has these nice pleats that give it. It's not just a poof. Here's some material on the doll at the bottom of the torso. There's some, you know, lines to it, and I like that. So that's going to photograph well. It goes back to details. Those details are what make a photograph really stand out and make it fun to do. And this has, just even in this massive black material, it has the lines in there that are going to allow me to photograph it and get a lot of depth and detail and texture out of it. And I like that. So right away I feel good about that. Okay. Then the next thing is the upper body. This is one solid molded piece. It's not anything that you can take off. It's definitely got a lot of detail and texture in there. And what I'll do is I'll zoom in. Matter of fact, let me do that now before I get going. Let me zoom in. Bam! There we are. Okay, so at any rate, I should have zoomed in from the beginning, forgive me. But let me move that to the side. But like I was saying, this is a nice, solid, detailed piece. I think, yeah, these are the little hooks. I vaguely remember the movie, so forgive me. He's got the little hooks in his chest here. And I like those. There's a lot of detail. You can see the little blood. There is, I'm not sure what the cordage is, but it's real cordage. It's not like rubber, black rubber bands or something. It's real cordage, and I like that. I can appreciate the, that. There's just an incredible amount of texture in this figure. You can rotate it in the light and see it's just one big textured top, and I like that. That's going to photograph really well. Okay, so that's really cool. Now let me see. I do notice let's see the hands, that the arms move up and down. Yes, the arms move up and down. Okay, he's got one flat hand and one fisted hand. Okay, now I'm used to action figures where the wrists and stuff rotate, so these wrists don't rotate. They are what they are. They're stuck there. But we do get a little bit of outward swing on the shoulders. I like that. Come to Papa. Anyway, I do like that. But we don't get any wrist articulation, and maybe that's not important. This is a different type of figure than the ones I normally collect and photograph. I do like this. He's got his one little flat palm out so he can hold his box, and I like that. That's really cool. I do like the way his arms can go out. So at any rate, there's that. And I want to mention the legs, or the lack of legs. I did see this before I bought the figure, and I don't mind this so much on a figure like this that has this dressy type outfit. And I'll tell you why. I have the Neck and Nun figure, and it's a clothed figure, and that thing can't stand up for crap. They would have done well, in my opinion, to have a base like this for her legs, because trying to stand that figure up at all without some type of support and photograph it is dang near impossible. It's just a real fight. I would have liked something like this on a figure like that. So I don't mind this. This isn't going to fall over when I photograph it, and I think that's great. It's one less thing to have to worry about. And why would I really need legs anyway? They're covered by this dress, and so I don't mind that at all. I think it's just fine. Now let's talk about this head. These are real like little nails jammed in there, man. This is incredible. There is so much texture in the skin of this doll. I mean, I can see the little teeth, the little eyes, the little gray, bluish gray skin tone, and the red carved lines where the nails go. Those aren't painted lines. Those are carved, into the skull, or molded, or whatever you want to call it. They're actual, crevices. And these nails are not coming out. These are solid little nails. Do I get some head turn on here? Yeah, I do get some head turn, and I do get a little forward and back. So that's nice. Man, I'm just sitting here thinking of all the ways that I'm going to be able to, photograph this, and also what I'm going to have to create for a scene to photograph this figure in. But so this is a really cool figure. I'm telling you, I really like the way this looks. And on the back of the head, we've got the hook going in with the skin folded around it, and that's really cool too. I like his little fingers. They're chubby little cute fingers. And I really appreciate all the detail in this figure right here. Let me just turn it around, let you take a look at that. Really a detailed figure. Let's take a look at some of what Mezco gives in the line of accessories with this figure. And we've got the little cube, and I would imagine that would go here in his flat palm facing up. Ooh. But you know what? I could really do some cool stuff with this in photography. I could levitate that and make it glow, and there's so much I can do with this little cube and this little thing. You know what? And this thing is really detailed. I'll take a still picture of it. The next tool of torture is this. I'm not sure what you call it, but it's like a hacksaw looking clamp, kind of double-sided instrument of pain. And it has a little, I'm going to put a still picture up on there now. And I'll tell you what I do like about this. The weapon itself is not just flat silver brushed. It is distressed brushed. It's silver with gray and black dry brushing. There is some age and distress to this. There's carving in the wooden handle. This is a nice looking weapon. I like it. Now let's talk about this next weapon. It looks like a knife of some sort of a dagger with the same type of handle and the same type of painting. I'll put a picture on there on the screen right now. See what I'm talking about? It's got a little some sawtoothing to it, and there is grain in the handle, and it's distress painting also, and I like that. They didn't just slap silver paint on there and call it a day. And I like that. Okay, there's an airplane flying. And here is a smaller, oh no, it's the same, it's two of the same knife. Okay, so we've got two of the same knife, and they both look equally great. We've got 4 accessories that go with this figure, and all in all, I'd say I'm gonna have a good time with this. I'm glad I bought it. I think it's gonna be a really fun figure to have in my collection on my shelf. It's outside of one that I would normally buy. It's outside of the type of figure that I normally buy, and so it's going to give me some creative possibilities that I haven't had yet. You know, I'm a fan of that. Anyway, if you haven't done so, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for, you know, all my other photo video content where I do walkthroughs on how I photograph the toys and set up lighting and stuff like that. If you're interested in purchasing this figure, I will put a link in the description down below, Amazon affiliate link. If you choose to purchase through that link, which I hope you do, it helps support my channel, and you're still shopping at Amazon. And you can follow me on Instagram at insightful_imagery. Also check out my website. Here's the banner, www.insightfulimagery.com. Check out all my cool toy photography and other photography merchandise at my website. Don't have to buy nothing, just go over there and take a look. Hope you do buy something. But just go take a look at least and see all the really cool photography that I have on different items that, you know, make my artwork functional and not just something you hang on a wall, because nobody seems to buy wall prints anymore. So functional art seems to be the way to go. Take care, guys. See ya.